There is one thing that all parents can agree. Getting your toddler to go to bed can be a bit of a nightmare. They always seem to be wide awake right at the moment you want to get them ready for bed. Sure, it can be hard, but it's definitely not hopeless. In this video, we will talk about the many tips and tricks to get your toddler to drift off when you need them to. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Snooze Insider and click on the bell icon to get notified for our latest videos. Information on everything we've talked about will be in the description below. There are many reasons why your toddler might not want to go to bed, and they all have different solutions. When your child is throwing tantrums instead of going to bed, it can be so tiring for the parents, but there are ways around it. When this happens, this usually means they are trying to prove they have independence. I know, toddlers trying to prove they are independent? Give me a break. But in reality, toddlers will test their parents to see what they can get away with. Another reason they can be throwing tantrums is simply because they are overly tired. This may seem odd, but kids often become more active when they're tired, and they often get pretty moody. The best way to deal with this is to stick to a strict winding down routine. At the same time every day, start this routine about 20 minutes before bedtime. Remind them that it's almost time to sleep, so they know what to expect. Follow the same order, such as brushing teeth, quick bath, putting pajamas on, reading a story, finally getting tucked into bed. These steps can be whatever you choose, just make sure you stick to them. A time limit for these things are also important, or else they will try to convince you to do more with them. Never read them that second story. That way they know they can't fight you for it. It also helps to have their favorite toy and some water within arm's reach too. The same technique works if your toddler takes too long to fall asleep. Make sure their routine is consistent, and don't let them nap for too long. Try a 45-minute nap at 10 a.m. and a 2-hour nap at 1 p.m. Moderation is key. Too much sleep will cause problems, but sleep deprivation can also make it difficult to get them to drift off. But what if they just don't want to be alone? That can be tough because it pulls on your heartstrings as a parent. There's a simple trick to tackle this problem. Once they're in bed, calm them by stroking their hair or giving them a kiss. You can take a bit of time doing this in the beginning. Then, gradually get them to stay in bed without crying by promising them you'll be back to check on them in 5 minutes. 5-minute increments are often a good starting point. Keep returning to give them a kiss in those set increments until they fall asleep. You can increase these increments every week until eventually they'll get used to you being away while they sleep. But what if your child cries when you put them to bed because they're scared? Nightmares are very common in 2- and 3-year-olds. Avoid any scary movies or books before bedtime. Make their winding down routine as cheerful as possible. Give them a night light. And if your child has a nightmare, comfort them, but never tell them it wasn't real. To them, it was very real. Saying it wasn't will make them think you're not ready to protect them. They might be going to bed, but it doesn't help if they are constantly getting up to find you. This can be caused by separation anxiety, but sometimes they just want to keep playing. Again, a winding down routine will help. Make sure this routine doesn't include TV or any other kind of screens. The blue light in these devices disrupt the body's natural sleep patterns. Try relaxing activities like a bath or some lullabies. You can even try getting meditation apps designed for children. But if none of this works, there's one very clever and effective trick you can try. Give them a bedtime pass. Every night, they get one bedtime pass which allows them to get up and ask for whatever they need. This gives them a feeling of control that doesn't involve crying or wandering around. In all cases, consistency and routine is key. It can take time for them to get used to these routines, so keep going even if it looks like it's not working. If they wake up in the night, make sure you don't indulge them. Just be as boring as possible and get them back in bed fast so they don't have time to wake up fully. By following these simple tricks, you can have your toddler sleeping like a baby again in no time. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so we can continue making them. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the bell notification. Share this with a friend if you think they may need a little wake-up call. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Until then, Sleep well.